Hey good people, welcome back to Beauty and the Frizz. My name is Kara, and whether you're new or returning, thank you so much for stopping by and hanging out with me for another one today. We're in the midst of a little bit of a love triangle here, and I'm not really sure what's going on, but today the main thing is we're going to be going over the face palettes. I'd like to have you know this is the second time I'm filming this video because something happened to part of my footage, so we're just going to go ahead and redo it. If that sounds good to you, keep watching this video. Let me know what you think. And if makeup is your therapy and your love, if it makes you happy and you want to hang out with those who feel the same way, definitely consider joining the community because we'd love to have you back. All right, let's get started. Hate this. So how are you? I'm great. The Ravens just won. It was a great game against the Steelers. Did not realize Russell Wilson was on the Steelers. I know. But anyway, let me know how you're doing in the comment section or the chat. I'm going to roll on through this because, like I said, I'm doing this for the second time. But I want to be transparent with my entire makeup collection to show you what's going on, how I'm feeling about things, what's staying and what's leaving. One in, one out. Let's do it. Well, one in, one out if I get something else, but I'm not even trying to get nothing else, to be honest, y'all. This is just starting to become ridiculous. Also, just want to let you guys know, because I did have a comment, a pretty interesting comment about my carpet not being vacuumed and, you know, my makeup, you know, looking a little not clean. I have said that my makeup doesn't look like I like it. I've said it, and I said that I need to clean it, and that's what I've been doing. So there's that. And my hands are clean, y'all. I do clean my hands. There was a comment about that. Hands are clean. The house is clean. Sanitary. No, I thought it was funny, but like I'm just saying, like everything's clean. All right, but I do need to clean my makeup. I've said that. If you've been here, I've said. What's not clean?
I said so. Not everything is clean.
No, I'm saying I need to shine my makeup up. Look like I like it. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes I'm just like, you know, you use stuff and it gets messy. Let me just move this stuff. I don't need to look like I like it. I agree, August. I do need to like it. Anyway, well, I was decorating, so anyway, whatever. All right, let's start with these two from Wayne Goss. Now, these are cheek and highlighter palettes, and I did show these briefly in the blush video, but I said I was going to save them. Oh, God, no. This one is Vivid Azalea, and it is beautiful, standing the test of time, and I really love it. Unique shade. I can only use a little of this, but I love how big the pans are, even though I don't think I'll ever pan them, but I love that you can use any size brush in these pans, and I'm going to keep this. I also have Bright Poppy, which is another very beautiful pinky gold blush shade, and I'm realizing between blushes and highlighters I have a lot of those pinky gold blushes. Very beautiful. The highlighter is beautiful as well, so I am going to keep this one around. This one was gifted to me by my sister, and it's by Smashbox, and I've never used it. It is called the Halo Cheek Palette. I think it's really, really pretty. I'm going to use this in my kinds of shades. So this one's going to stick around in my collection. When it comes to face palettes, honestly, I don't see myself getting rid of a lot of these, but I am showing a lot of my collection for the first time. I think that eyeshadow has been the main focus on my channel, but there's, you know, a lot of other makeup here is what I'm realizing. So these three here are from my girl Charlotte Tilbury. So this is Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Beautifying Blush and Glow for Eyes, Cheeks, and Face. And this came out with the holiday collection in 2022, I believe. This is the medium to deep palette, and I really do like this one. I can't say I use it a whole lot, but it's not something that I want to get rid of. So I am going to keep this one in my collection. All right, next we have the Look of Love, Instant Look of Love in a palette. This is the 5-minute Face on the Glow palette. And I don't know what the name is Glowing Beauty. All the shades in here work for me. The bronzer, everything works. I think the only one that I don't like is this one here. But I think with the way I've been wearing my eyeshadow now, I might feel a little differently about it because it just gives a hint of shimmer, almost like a wet look. And I'd like to try this out. This shimmer, because only this shadow shade reminds me of the shadows that were in the Patrick Ta Major Dimension Volume 2 palette. I don't really care for this formula, but I think it might serve its purpose for this palette and the look that I would create. I do like the face powder, so I'm going to go ahead and keep this one around, and we will see how I feel about it. But I'm into these easy looks. I think this will go with where I am right now. This is the new Gasm face palette. Ariel actually has her eye on this one because this one is up for Declutter. I don't dislike this, but I think what I'm not into is this shade right here. And because I have so many other face palettes, I think I can let this go because I'm going to always reach for something else over this. This is a light sculpting shade, which is ashy on me. And then this one is a deeper sculpting shade, which I don't sculpt my face. So that's a reason that I shouldn't have purchased this palette, but I remember this coming back in stock and it being like this thing, so I purchased it. You know, I'm trying to keep up, trying to, you know, get what I thought people would like to see. I do like these highlighter shades, but these are very common highlighter shades. So if Ariel does want this, I'm going to give it to her. I wouldn't mind using this one as an eyeshadow or something like that, but I don't need to keep this palette in order to do that because I have that brown shade everywhere. So this one I am going to let go of. Let's move on to, let's do Natasha Denona next. So here's the Tan, Bronze, and Glow palette, and I really like this one. I have used it throughout the years, not consistently, but I like every shade in this palette. The bronzer's nice, it's warm. These highlighters are great. The glow cream base still performs very well. So there is no need for me to get rid of this one. This one stays. I also recently found my Bloom palette, which is also intact, and I do like it. Everything in here works great. Again, we have another pinky gold highlighting situation. So as I go through my collection, I realize that I do really gravitate towards this color, and I don't need to add anything else. I don't need to add anything else, period, but definitely not this color into my collection. This is the Berry Pop Cheek Trio. This is another really nice one. This came out, I want to say Valentine's around that time of this year. And we have the cream blush. We have this really silky cream highlighter that has another kind of gold shift to it. And then this highlighter, this is very nice. So I'm gonna keep it. I have the lipstick that goes with it as well. And lastly, from my girl Tosh, we have the golden highlighter trio that came out this year with the gold palette, the midi. And I love these. They're very silky, very smooth. And I have used this recently and I really like it. I am gonna try to stop things from glaring because it's the way I'm showing things. It's like a bright glare. Moving on, I meant to show this in my blush video. This is the Lo-Fi Duo Blusher, and this was from the Make Your Escape collection from Kaleidos. And I've always really liked this. And I remember for a while, these were the only blushes that Kaleidos had. And I was like, I can't wait for them to come out with blush. I never bought any of the newer blushes. But okay, girl. Anyway, this is Peach. So you have a matte blush and this blush light. I'm going to keep this. I've always loved this. I should have kept this in the blush video. but I do want to share it, and I will log this in with the blush. All right, now let's talk about Nars. And actually, I'm glad I'm refilming because this one I had put away, or I put it for, I guess, reselling it, but I just don't think that's going to happen. The resale value of makeup really isn't great. So just want to let y'all know that. And actually, let me go back for a second to Natasha Denona because I forgot too. And these are the, oh, there's another one I forgot. I have to go grab it because I started putting things away. But we have the Glam Face Palette. This is the dark one. Love this. Love the cream blush. Still performing well. Highlighter's nice. More like a nighttime type of look for me. I mean, you could do daytime. And then this one is just like every day. So I'm keeping this one as well. Let's talk about Nars. We have the Orgasm X palette. This is one of my first Nars purchases. We have Orgasm X, Orgasm, and then the Orgasm highlighter. And this still performs great. This palette I was going to declutter, but I'm not because, I mean, I just don't see this selling. And I, you know, if I wanted to resell this one, I don't really see it reselling for a great value. And I'm just thinking it really does go along with my makeup aesthetic right now. I don't like how they call this a face palette, the ultimate face palette, Laguna Ultimate Face Palette 1. And I think what I don't like about it is how small these pans are. And I'm also trying to think, I mean, this would be the only one that I would use for a blush, but it's so small. I mean, I would have to use a really small brush for that. Hey, Marky, what's up?
I saw a grad for me. I saw 250. I saw a grad.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think you did ride it. No, you didn't. You rode 202. But I'm going to go ahead and keep this.
Today.
So, Marky, no, listen. No one's riding any buses for the next 2 weeks. Keeping this. You said what?
I said I told her today, yes, 7.
I know, but
two buses would
so what?
Tell to Burger Pie and head town.
I know you don't like either of those buses, but the thing
go to Burger Pie head town.
I know, I know you do.
But it's too rare.
Maybe next year, okay?
Enough rare.
Maybe.
Maybe do it 10.
Maybe. I can't tell you.
It might be 129.
I don't know what number the bus is going to be next year. It's so far away.
It might be.
Marky is on one today, y'all.
But it's going to be next year for another grand.
I don't know. Remember, is it my choice?
Yeah, it is.
It's my choice. I choose the buses. Is that what you're telling?
I will go to choose them.
All right, I choose them? I choose the buses. Is that what you're telling me?
Yes.
I do?
Yes.
I get to pick?
So.
No, I don't.
Yes, I do.
No, I don't.
Tell
you know what, Marky? I don't get to choose, and you know that. Because if I got to choose, I would. No.
129.
So, Marky, I'm gonna come talk to you in a minute, okay?
So, skip school for me.
Skip school?
Yes.
So I'm not doing this.
Skip school.
I'm not doing this.
So we have to skip school for me.
We are not skipping school.
We have to.
The elf said no. The elf said no. Don't skip school. It's not good.
No.
All right, y'all. This is the Nars Afterglow palette. I love this one so much.
Wow.
No, oh well. 2022, I purchased this. This comes in and out of stock, and I always link it because it's so good.
Skip everywhere.
No, you're not.
I have to.
You will not. How are you going to go to 9th grade if you skip 8th?
I did match to 215.
Well, you know what, Mark? I don't know what to tell you. You can be a car rider for all I care. Yep. I love this thing, y'all. I will always rave about this one. This is one of the best Nars palettes I think they've come out with. So I'm going to keep this. You don't have to be sorry, Marky, but like you talking about skipping school, and that's not okay. This is the All That Glitters palette from 2023 holiday.
Yeah, we
don't get to pick the buses. I wish I could, because I'd give you the one you wanted. This one you need a lot of. This one you need a denser brush, but it is very nice. Ooh, that's real pretty. But I would go with a denser brush with this formula here. It's different than the Afterglow, but I'm keeping this. I love it. I don't love it. I like it. So this one is the Ambient Lighting Palette Volume 2. I did finish one of these, which I was very proud of. It took me 4 years to do it. This is Volume 2. I have Volume 1, and I just love Hourglass powders. I don't think they can be duped.
That's right, next year.
What's up?
This might be...
This one is
I don't have to choose next year.
Maybe. I don't know what you're going to get next year.
I have Adept.
Did I tell you? I told y'all about Marky and his anesthesia. Nah. It's like a extended wear off situation. It's been a couple weeks and it could continue to go on.
Don't forget I got to return to North Carolina High School.
Oh, I'm not sure.
Because all my friends ever.
All your friends? Okay, but we don't know. We don't know.
One person will not be one return.
What? Marky, you gotta take a break. You have to.
No.
I'm not mad. No, you are gonna take a break. You wanna watch it? We're supposed to watch a Christmas movie tonight.
This is return next year for love grad.
It's possible, but I'm not sure. Okay, we can speculate, but I don't know. This is the Hourglass Ambient Highlighting Palette. If I had to choose a highlighting palette, this probably would be my favorite one of my collection. I've had it for a while, but it's so beautiful. Such smooth highlighters. I know they all look the same, but they're different. So I will be keeping this. And let's get to my babies. So Ariel has my...
412.
Okay, we'll see. Ariel has my elephant palette. I might let her have it.
So I had to pay 4 times not to enough grade.
It's possible. Marky wants bus 412 for 9th grade. Who are we calling?
The bus transportation.
Oh, transportation. They're not open until we get back to school. When we get back to school, we can call, but they're not open. They're closed. This is my baby, the Tiger palette. Oh my gosh, this is I think this is probably the most unique Hourglass palette that came out, and I lost this for a while, but this is just beautiful. I think if I had to restart my collection, I would definitely have one of these in my collection. I use them all the time. Should I have 6 of them? Maybe not. This one was gifted to me, and this is the Evil Eye palette, and I love this one too. I mean, I have no complaints about these powders. I just think they're unmatched, and I don't think I've come across products like this. I love the single blushes as well. So if you don't want to get a whole face palette, this is a snake palette. I love this one. So good. This one is my newest one, the Lotus palette, and I've used this one already. I have to have a light hand with this one, but it is so beautiful. And I use these a lot going to work because I can just do my whole face with these. And surprisingly, this one is so good. I really love this peach blush here. And this one does have a bit of a hard outer shell, but once you get through it, and I didn't scrape off all of it yet, but like this part I did. I love this blush. It's just the way it shows up on the skin. I think swatching it doesn't really do anything, but the way it shows up on the skin is so nice. I'm just very happy with my ambient palettes. So of course these are all staying. I am probably giving Ariel the elephant one just because she really, really likes it, and that's the one that I use the least. I would say the ones that I've been using the most are, I would say it's between these 3. And they're just beautiful. So keeping these, they last forever. All right, let's look at these from Unearthly, and then I'll go get the other Adept one and the one from Melt. First we have the Resurgence palette, and this is the collab with Heather Austin. And this is very beautiful. I'm gonna keep this. This one almost has like a little fiery flip to it. I love that. This one's beautiful too. So I'm gonna keep this one around. This is from the Dreamer collection. And we have the 3 highlighters here, which I love very, very much. Oh, I'm missing a couple from Adept. So I'm gonna get that in a second. This is from Devour. Oh, look at that. Oh my gosh. And see, I forgot about these because I had everything in the PR boxes, but I recently got rid of my PR boxes because I am decluttering my whole life. I will be keeping this, and the packaging does not hurt. It's super cute. I'm going to talk about Adept, and then we'll talk about Melt. So I will be right back. Next, we're going to do Adept. Let's start with the Ayana palette. And this is a bronzer palette where you have the bronzer and some bronzer toppers. And I think they did such a great job with these face palettes. I will continue to use them. And that's going to stay in my collection. I also have the Stella palette, which is a blush palette. And they're shimmery blushes. Very, very beautiful. And I'll be keeping that one. This one is the Ketracel White palette, which I'm going to be letting this one go. I have tried to work with this one for a while. What I don't like about this palette is that these are creams, and when they dry down, for me, they leave a lot of sparkle. So it just looks like I have glitter on my face. Very beautiful here, but you know, as the day goes on, I just have that sparkle that's left. I've also tried to use these on the eyes, and I get a lot of creasing. These shades, they're just not practical for me. I'm not going to use them separately, which, you know, you can try to do that. Together, very pretty. I'm not sure if this is magnetic. If it is, I would consider removing this one because I do like the green shade that it makes when you swatch everything. This one, it's okay. It's more of a holochrome, and I don't really like holochromes. I don't like all the rainbow sparkles. So if I can take that one out, I will. But I am going to let go of this palette. This is the Duality palette. And I am going to keep this one. This reminds me more of a summertime palette for whatever reason. But I love all the shades in here. It's giving me like the sunset vibes. Very pretty. This is the blush palette from the Amy Loves collection. And these are the shades. It's a little blown out, I think. In person, it looks a little more like this right here. Yeah. So we have a light blush and a deep blush, and the highlighter should work for multiple skin tones. So I'm going to keep that. And we're going to finish this video up with the Monarcha palette from Melt, from the Amor y Mariposas collection. This collection, like, do y'all see how, well, y'all don't see it, but the inside of this is all velvet. Melt, I don't know when we started with Melt. Here's the blush palette. It's very nice. And I'm really interested in using these two right now. So, yeah, I can't wait to try these out. Even this one on the eyes is going to be really nice. Or this, maybe topped with this shade here. That might be like a really cute combination. So I'm going to keep that one. So out of all my face palettes, you all see I'm not really getting rid of much. I'm only getting rid of two. And I'm really happy that Ariel wants one of them. Does she want both of them? Oh, no, she doesn't. So Ketracel White is going to be leaving my collection. This is not even something I try to resell because I've swatched all over it. And they're creams. The other one that's leaving is going to be this Newgasm face palette from Charlotte Tilbury. It's not that anything in here is bad. It's just that I have so many other beautiful things that work nicely. I'm just never going to reach for this. And I haven't, I would say, for the past year or so. I like warmer shades on my face as far as bronzer. So I'd love to see how Ariel would use this palette. She doesn't wear a lot of makeup, and I honestly don't wear a lot of makeup either, but she's not really into makeup like that. So I'm curious to see what she would do with this palette. But that's going to be it, y'all. Just update. Everyone seems to be getting along well. So wait a minute. Yeah, everyone seems to be getting along right now. Everyone's friends. So Rose is going to go in between. There we go. Okay. Everyone's happy now. All right, y'all. Well, let me know your thoughts on my face palette collection. And we're going to keep rolling through this. Probably eyeshadow and lipstick Those are going to be really long. And I'm going through my lipsticks now and just filling up like little like containers, and I cannot believe how much there is. So I realized that, you know, the declutters that I've done before, it's only really been eyeshadow. So I'm feeling so good about doing this and embarking on this. So let me know your thoughts. Thank you so much for taking out some of your time and hanging out with me for another one today. I hope this was therapy for you. It always is for us. And until I see you again, make sure you are being gentle with yourself. Talk to yourself nice. Stay safe. We'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.